What's up, everybody? This is Autobot Gamer. Come back at you with another video review. Now today we are combining Defensor, and if you wonder why I'm wearing the same shirt that I was in the last review, it's because I'm recording this right after the other, so that way I don't have to reset anything up, just for the sake of convenience. So we're going over Defensor. If you want to see any of the individual characters or how to put them in their proper combined modes, I go through those in all the individual reviews. I'll put those in a playlist, and I'm going to put the link to the playlist in the description below. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So streetwise, first aid, Rook instead of Groove, and then Blades. If you wonder, well, where's the low legend class Groove? Oh, where is he? I don't have him. I never bought him. I didn't want him. He makes a really weird looking chess piece, and I don't like it very much. So I didn't buy him. So don't ask me. First thing you kind of want to do is take these side sections, fold those down for the combiner ports on the sides, and then you want to take first aid and then just slide those into place. Combiner Wars has been out for a while, so I'm pretty sure you guys know how the combination ports work, at least if you don't know about any of this stuff. And then take the arm, slide it on, take the other arm, slide it on. We'll give him the one gun because I like I said in my hotspot review, I have no idea where the other one is at, so I don't think it's going to be a big issue. Shouldn't really cause any real problems. Let's go ahead and raise up the camera. There we go. Now we have Defensor, the mighty beast. Interestingly enough, he's actually one of the shorter combiners. Like, here he is with the only other actual combiner that I have assembled right now. And I don't want to jump cut just to make a different one. So there he is with Optimus Maximus, or Ultra Prime Optimus Maximus. They're the same thing basically. One's just white, one's just red. It doesn't matter. So you can see he's one of the shorter ones. Bada boom. He's about the same size as Fall of Cybertron Bruticus, though, so that's interesting. Then again, Defensor doesn't really do much, real fighting or anything, so I don't think his size really matters all that much. But, so, what is so special about Defensor? Well, he's just a bigger robot made out of a bunch of smaller robots. Well, let's go ahead and start with articulation. So, at each of the joints, they have the same basic articulation. It's just sometimes the figures are a little bulkier than the others, and it'll hinder. That's why this one has to stay out. I usually throw this one out just to kind of match it a little bit. So, Blades will stay in just fine, but then they all move out. They move forward and back. They do a full 360. They have a elbow or a bicep swivel at where their waist is, and a double jointed elbow. And sometimes with these figures you have to adjust a little bit of their kibble. Like I said in my Blades review, usually with this guy, or like this mold, I move the rockets off to the one side so that way they're not in the way. And as you can see, also if you want to, you can also move this, get that look going on. I like this a little better. So there you go. Again, there's still nothing at the waist because Hotspot doesn't have a waist joint. Plus all this extra assembly that goes around here to help form the head and get rid of the ladder at the same time doesn't help very much. But you can see his leg go forward that much. They go back that much. They have a knee joint. Rook has a little bit over 90. First aid has just flat out 90. Then they both have these like rotations there too. Ooh. Yeah, Defensor's a little floppy. I'll put it that way. He's a little loose and floppy. So he also has this other joint up here too, kind of where his thigh was in robot mode, and then his head is also on a pivot. Also, just so you guys know, when you form the ladder, it means that you have to do this. So he literally has nothing in his head. He's a hollow head. You know, it really doesn't show. He is strangely about the same size as a leader class, though, if not too much bigger. In case you guys are wondering, it looks like he's leaning a little bit. That's because Defensor does. Defensor leans forward. I've never been able to figure out why, but if you move these back too far, like that's standing up straight. If you move them back too far, then he's doing this weird, like, not right pose or whatever, and it looks weird. Oh, there we go. He's standing up straight now. Yay! Also, if you want to, the ports in the hands are the same size as all of the individual weapons, so you can have him holding on to like a 3-barreled shotgun, or if you want, you can take the one gun out of his hand and plug this one in here. But also the ends of these guns are big enough to do stuff like this. So you can use like this little end section here and make a hammer, a gun hammer, if you want to do that kind of thing. Or you can take Rook's weapon, plug it in like that. I have no idea what that does. Or you can do that. Or you can just plug it on the Rook. So, I mean, he has a lot of different options in terms of like weaponry, and he has this axe down here on the side that you can do stuff with. But I mean, he's basically just a giant robot. Nothing really that special. I mean, other than he's kind of iconic. I mean, he is Scramble City too, so all the limbs can flop around. You know, you can make your own Defensor. I mean, I kind of did a little bit, because I know that according to the G1, this isn't exactly what it's. Is it? I know that G1 was also Scramble City, and most of their combiners, except for like Devastator and Predaking, you know, just a few of those guys. But most of the average combiners were also, you know, pretty universal. I mean, you could even take aerial bots and throw them on Combaticons, and take Combaticons, throw them into Stunticons, and take Stunticons, throw them into Terracons, and, you know, you could do whatever. I mean, it's the same thing with these guys. If I wanted to take, I don't know, Stunticon and throw him in there as a leg, I mean, you can do it because they're all the same size. If I wanted to make Optimus the torso, I could do that. If I wanted to make Motormaster the torso, I could do that. If I wanted to make Cyclonus the torso, I could even do that. I want to throw Combaticons in here. I mean, aerial bots. You can do whatever. So that's kind of the cool thing about the Combiner War series, and the fact that they just use repaints means that it's, you know, it's not quite as cool, but it means that there's that you get different characters, but they're just as universal. So that's pretty cool. I do think that's quite the tactic there. So all the people that hate on Combiner Wars, oh, they use too many repaints. Think about it. It costs more to make a completely new mold than it does to just repaint an old one. Maybe throw in a new head on that one and call it okay. Plus, you already know everything about the mold. So if there's any issues, you already know how to fix it, or if you have a lot of backups, then you can fix them easily with other parts from other molds that are just like it. I mean, you just got to think of the pros and the cons. I mean, you can think whatever you want. It's your figure, if you have them. I do know that each of these combiners, if you do the math, these are about $16.32 a piece, or $16.22, something like that when I got them. And these are about $32. So take the cumulative $16-17 that each limb is, plus about 30. I did the math. Each combiner costs about $100. So I mean, is it worth it to you? That's the real question. Is it worth it? I'm going to leave that up to you. But you know, it's just kind of your own opinion here. If you like it, then you like it. If you don't, then you don't. Like, a lot of people don't like this. I do. I think it's pretty neat. But that's pretty much what it is. It's just a giant robot made out of a whole bunch of smaller transforming robots. I mean, you just make your decision here. He's not the best one by any means. That's probably like Superion. Superion's probably the best. But yeah, it's your own decision. It's your toy. Do what you want. Decide what you want. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope to see you in the next one, which should be Thursday. I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to upload this. It may be literally right after the hotspot review. Nah. Yeah, I'll upload it Tuesday. So the next thing will be Thursday, and then I'll have my live stream on Saturday. And I hope to see you guys there. Bye.